ready next.
Good morning, everybody. So this is one of the most basic topics I would like to discuss. So is refraction, retinoscopy must for the residents? I would say, and I'm sure everybody would say yes, and that is very important. So I also did a telephonic survey with all the ophthalmologist friends I have, teachers, seniors, juniors, and even my residents. And of the 67 people I asked, 65 were yes, but two were people who said no, not needed. So for them, I have a question. Are you yourself comfortable with the procedure? Did you skip this learning step during your residency? And do you avoid teaching this to your own students? So that could be the only reason, in my view, that they are not in favor of the residents doing retinoscopy. Most centers these days, including the PG teaching institutes, have learned optometrists and optometrists under training. So the resident doctors, I believe, are under a little less pressure to learn the art and science of refraction themselves. So what is refraction? It is an objective test of refraction. The instruments are used to illuminate the internal eye, and we observe and measure the light as they are reflected by the retina. So this sentence in itself is very self-explanatory as to this, if this is the first examination that we are doing for the patient ourselves, we will get most of the picture to us. So the fundamental and essential skill which lays the foundation for an ophthalmologist's learning and career cannot be skipped. The mainstay start for examining of the eye, which hints on a lot of anatomico-physiological conditions of the eye, and the regular practice would only help them develop the skill, the speed, and the accuracy to apply the knowledge where there are differences from the normal. So why is retinoscopy actually important? The emphasis is not only to assess the refractive errors, the reflex which we get from the retinal reflection of light is throwing light on many other disorders which we may otherwise tend to miss. The identification of various differences from the normal is the prime responsibility of the doctor, and we cannot leave it to the optometrist. So we have to take ownership, especially when it will come handy is very young patients, the bedridden patients, patients with physical neck and back deformities where we cannot do an AR. So with the subjective test, we only take the opinion of the patient on the effect of the selected lenses. So the above category of patients, as well as others who may not be able to communicate the same, are the group where we have to depend upon our retinoscopy skills. The pediatric age group, the amblyopia patients, the low vision patients, we may again have to check on the accuracy of the test, and we can do it ourselves only if we know how to do it. So, and then identifying the pathological reflexes, like very high refractive errors. Your optometrist will come and say, ma'am, isme to reflex hi nahi aa raha hai. The colobomas, when we need to do actually a macular retinoscopy. Because with the coloboma, you will get some other error, and actually if you ask the patient to look into your retinoscope and do the retinoscopy, you will get what refractive correction has to be given. Then identifying the reflexes for Coats disease, your retinoblastoma patients, ROP patients, your retinal detachments and endophthalmitis, vitreous hemorrhage, the first reflex will give you a lot of idea of the disease. So these are some disorder views. Then when you have to go in for refractive procedures, especially when you have to give corrections for lens subluxation and a conservative management, you cannot depend on your optometrist or an AR which will give you erroneous readings. If there is an ERM or a cellophane retinopathy, again, where there is a bit of macular dislocation and you need to do a macular retinoscopy, you can only do it yourselves. Irregular astigmatic patients, they will need rigid CLs, and you can pick it up when you do your retinoscopy yourselves. So for lens fittings, for orthokeratology and index myopias, you can again do your own retinoscopies. Then during selection of procedures, surgical procedures, and even post-LASIK and post-cataract surgery refractions, your own retinoscopy will help you rather than doing an AR or depending on your optometrists. So what we are building from our residents are masters. So they have to master all the skills. They need to be independent. This will also train them into patient handling. And as it is the bread and butter of most of the ophthalmologists, they have to acquire the skill. And more time spent with the patient and prescription by the doctor himself raises the confidence level of the patient. And with children, when you are doing the procedure and counseling along with it, the comfort raises, and with the prospect of child wearing the prescription. and from the goat's mouth, the resident themselves, they say it has a good proportion of marks, the procedure, the interpretation, as well as the viva. So they should acquire the skill. As everyone can't be a good surgeon, so mastering refraction is a must. Even if you don't do it yourself most of the times, but that one time when you need to do it and need it to be precise, it is only possible if you have practiced it enough. So you got to be good at retinoscopy. That is my view. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have Dr.